Okay, this beautiful street is called Staunton Street. We do have some really nice views from Staunton as well. So, and yeah, I have filmed it a few years ago. I think maybe even more recent than that. But I'm back in Hong Kong again, and I definitely want to capture a little bit more. It's an art space over there. So stay tuned for Staunton Street. Welcome to Hong Kong 2023. Checking out the streets of Hong Kong. Let's do it. Okay, Staunton. Kind of a cool looking building right there. Okay, so we're going to capture Staunton Street. We do have, this is a pretty cool street. It's a lot of little stuff along the way. Even these little alleys are kind of cool too. Just the fact they got some nice graffiti. So this little stretch right here, there's an art space to the right, to the left side. Maybe I'll walk over there. And we're gonna get some art, some street art as well, but we're gonna capture some of these as well. So Hong Kong in the time of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. So actually that has a very kind of Wild West of United States kind of feel with all these boats that totally make it 100% Hong Kong. The Sun Yat-sen Historical Trail, goes right down there, that Sheungwan Street, which I just filmed. So if you go back to my previous video of Hong Kong, you'll see that. Then you have some nice art spaces in here. Oh wow, that one's colorful. It's funny, like Macau also has some of this stuff too, so we're gonna keep on walking. Kind of looking forward to seeing the next one now. In case you don't know, I live in Hong Kong. I live in Macau. I've been in Macau for 10 years. It's funny, like all these are filled up with apartments everywhere now. Pretty cool. 1870s. So, okay. So this whole street, Staunton Street, we got the art space there. We got some nice artwork over there. Chengwu Lane. Some of these side streets are also kind of interesting to film. Let me see. This is actually, I've actually noticed this one before. It's 1918, and these are public latrines. So they're no longer working anymore, but that used to be a public latrine right down there. And I think it's one of the few that's around as well. The few that still remain. Let me see. So in a moment we're going to come along some bars and restaurants. So you can see one right there to the right. Some people hanging out already. Okay, so we're gonna some pretty nice streets. Somebody's waving. So keep on walking on down. There's some nice views right there. We jump out a little bit. It's gonna try to capture Korean restaurant and pub. Kind of cool, bright yellow one. A lot of nightlife throughout here. George's Lane. It's kind of a cool looking lane. This would be great if I was taking photos today. Could zoom in on that one and get a real good photo. Okay, let me see. this kind of has a nice bars on the corner here. Just kind of capture actually some amazing catch that real quick. This one right here is let's see. Volcanditos. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool door right there. So it's all part of Staunton as well. The 7-Eleven is very popular at nighttime. So I see a lot of people will go come get beer here. Okay. So Peel Street is right up that way. Which is always photogenic. Peel Street. So Peel Street, let's kind of see. I think this one goes down Peel Street as well. Yeah, there's a bunch of people hanging out down here. That's kind of a nice street to film. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll keep on going down. So yeah, Peel Street. We'll probably end up filming that one later. Oops. Staunton. The lights are just kind of coming on a little bit. Get some music. Got Argentinian Steakhouse to the right. Stella, The Spot. Liquorland. Brooklyn Bar and Grill. Samui Thai Massage. Korean. Graham Street. This is actually a pretty cool street too. So yeah, Graham Street, very photogenic. So a lot of people take photos down at the one block down. Busan. When I first lived in Korea, I lived in Busan. When I first came to Asia. So I lived in South Korea in 1996. Back when Busan was spelled with a P. Busan. And then they right about that same time in the late 1990s, right after that, they started changing all the P's to B's. Before then, they didn't really have an standardized English way to spell the B's and the P's. So they would spell it both ways. So even today, I think it's still Busan National University. But back there it says Busan. Okay, let's keep on moving. So moving down Staunton Street. And then, like this street, we're kind of getting near the mid-levels now. So now we're getting near Shelley Street, which is basically a mid-level street. So those outdoor escalators right there are for the mid-levels. So those go all the way up. Let's keep on going. That looks pretty busy. So I think this is actually going to end right over here. So that's Staunton Street. But it's because this way is a little bit more interesting, and I want to go back to one of the streets back there anyways. We are going to, let me just see here. think this is a bakery right here that's very popular. So I guess they got some bread that's very popular. Okay. And I think with that note, we're going to be ending it. So that's basically Staunton Street right there. So a pretty cool space. Welcome to Hong Kong 2023. Checking out the streets of Hong Kong. Let's do it.